all of these are just the signs that the state of our intellectual culture is pathological.
Yes, it is. I always say that two things that Stalinists and fascists hate is one, humor, and two, discussion.
Yeah.
That's a very profound point. But humor is lethal to the police state. And that's why one of the things that they've done pretty successfully, not entirely, but pretty successfully, is sort of shut down comedy. And in other words, put comedy into a lane where the comedians just are too terrified to go.
They're self-editing.
Yeah, self-editing.
Self-censoring.
That's right. Because, just look at Biden. Look at Hunter Biden. Look at the targets of opportunity.
I know.
Right?
Kamala? Are you kidding me?
Exactly. The whole operation. But the comedians won't go there because they know that that's like sacrosanct.
Right. They'll get blackballed.
They get blackballed.
When I was doing the reboot of my show, and it was about a Hillary hater living with the Trump hater, right? And hates... Well, they were haters. But anyway, so I would sit there all day waiting for one Hillary joke, and they'd come down with 17 or 18 more Trump jokes. And I would say, yeah, you already give me 50 Trump jokes. I can't just do Trump jokes. I need a Hillary joke. And they'd come back and they go, yeah, but these jokes are great. You got to admit. I go, I admit, they're all great. But I need a Hillary joke. And they pushed it till the day before taping. And the head writer came down and he gets me off in the side. And he goes, I have a joke for you. Like we're, in Russia.
Like, oh, wow. He drops his voice.
He goes, I don't give a fuck about any of this shit. But, I can't put it on paper. Or whatever horse shit he said.
Oh.
And I said to him, do you want me to write it? Because that was always the threat to him. I'll write it then. They were like, oh, no. So they came down with a Hillary joke. It was really lame, but it was a Hillary joke with 75. But that was the mindset. It was like, we dare not.
Yeah.
Writing comedy.
Yeah.
You can't write a joke.
I find myself gravitating to comedians that are in whatever way taking on this established orthodoxy. And sometimes not even in ways I approve. In other words, I'll listen to Louis C.K. and I'm like, I don't really like you. I don't really like your sense of humor. But you know what? I find that you are trying to be a battering ram against some things that are worse.
Right.
And so I'm glad you're trying to smash the door in because it does need to be done.
There's a lot of great comics now getting braver and braver because,
that's good.
Oppression makes you funnier. So, I see it all the time, and it's great. A lot of great, I can't remember his name, but he's a big fat comic. He's a black guy, but he talks about Trump where he says the greatest stuff about Trump, and everyone loves it. And it's not like, I don't think any white person could say that stuff
really?
About Trump.
I have to check this guy out.
No, he's so great.
I know you're talking about Brian. Brandon,
Oh.
we'll look it up.
I can't remember anyone's name, but he's like talking about how Trump is so OG, He's like, he's the only one at the, I won't say any of his jokes. I'll mess him up. Damn! I got to insert it in the description.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
But a lot of
his
this stuff they don't tape because they take your cell phones at Rogan's Club. And that's how comedians are starting to get brave. Is
because they won't let nobody bring in
Oh,
the
that's
phone.
interesting. So they can't then use it against you. How
Right.
fascinating.
But they are getting really, when you're there, because she goes to the mothership in Texas all the time, they're edgy. Like, I thought comedy was dead. When you're in these clubs, it's back, bigger than ever. It's just, they're not allowed to film or disperse or share
Oh,
yet.
Yeah,
that's
that's how it
fascinating.
keeps it safe because they can't.
No.
Which is like a speakeasy. Or whatever the word is. It's,
Yeah, they
that's kind of
can't.
police
They
state,
can't.
too.
Build their career on destroying you for a joke.
Yeah.
And the jokes are hardcore.
They're hilarious.
Hardcore, and they are making fun of Biden and Kamala and all of them.
Mostly
Yeah.
what
You
they're
should
doing.
come down there. You are in Texas.
I'm in
for hell's
Texas.
Yeah,
sake.
come
I would enjoy
with
it.
us.
Let us
Yeah.
know when you want to come down, and I'll take you, and we'll go on a real good night.
That'd be really fun.
It'd be really
Absolutely.
fun.
Well, my wife knows that I sometimes joke that I like to do myself a combination of because I do a little bit of humor in my speeches.
Yeah.
It's integrated into political content and cultural content. But no, that atmosphere appeals to me. It'd be really fun.
Yeah, and it's like real multicultural too. They even have some. They have some Palestinian comics. I watch them like a hawk. But I have to admit, they're funnier than hell.
Of course.
It's a great time for comedy. Great time for
Podcasts?
thinking. Great time for podcasts. Great time for film.
It is. No, absolutely. And I think that our side, if I may use the term loosely, is waking up to the importance of all these things.
Mm-hmm.
Because typically guys who have money on our side are used to putting money into elections.
Right.
They're not used to funding comedy. And part of my point is find some young people who want to start a comedy channel, encourage them.
Right.
It's as much a
exactly.
culture war
Let's
as
start
anything.
creating some great stuff on our side, putting it out into the market.
Like Public Square is sponsoring me to do a Twitter show, once a month. And they're also building a whole company for people who are kind of have our point. What
Our
do you call
values.
it? Huh?
It's a marketplace of companies with our values.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's gonna rival Amazon.
I mean, we can't sell our DVDs at Walmart or Amazon. Now, in the old Walmart, which was run out of Bentonville, Arkansas, there was a conservative management, but not anymore.
Right. Yeah.
Walmart has kind of just gone generic corporate. And I'm thinking to myself, well, this is not a banned topic, police state. And there's been not a single fact check that claims that one iota of this film is incorrect, nor can there be. And so why won't you let us sell our DVDs? But they're like, because we can. We can ban you, and so we're going to. And so we have to find and create an alternative.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for some young entrepreneur to put something together, such as a Facebook or something that'll grow over time and have millions of jobs for Americans.
Absolutely.
These are great times of opportunity if people just switch their negative into a positive and started being Americans again.
That's a good point.
Yeah, we have to stop just being critics and begin to create stuff. Absolutely. I think in the end we're going to have to create our own universities.
Yes, we are.
We're going to have to create our own America inside of
absolutely.
America. It's kind of a
Absolutely.
startling idea.
That's what I've been
The New
thinking.
Republic, they're calling it.
Texas.
It is the new American Republic.
No, it really is. I mean, we have to have like an island within.
Yeah,
within
but
this
because
country.
there are people with a Texas spirit who live in New York.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's tapping all the people who don't want to be part of the police state, and that's I think
Americans.
a clear majority of
Yeah.
Americans.
They're
yes.
called
Yeah.
sane Americans. Rational
Americans, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
People who still have an American spirit, which is the desire for constant improvement.
Yeah.
That's what America's about. The desire to constantly improve, constantly learn, constantly reach out and make things better for everybody. Not that shit they say it is. That's bye-bye.
I agree.
We're going to win.
I think so too. I think we are the enemy of the enemy. I think our movement is what they fear most. It's not just individuals and Americans, it's armed Americans. Something you touch brilliantly on in your film is the importance of the Second Amendment and us being
hell yeah.
armed. That is the most important thing right now, and I'm so glad that your film touches on that, because if we give up our guns, that's it. Game over. Game over
It's
for
been
the
a hard
world.
recognition for me because I come from a country where people don't have guns.
Yeah.
And so initially I thought, well, gun rights are important because if someone breaks into your home,
Right.
it's going to be a while before the cops get there. So kind of nice to have a gun. But when I read the founders, they're talking about tyranny, and I thought to myself, well, at that point it was hard for me to see it.
Yeah.
But now it's very apparent that the primary reason to have guns is as the ultimate safeguard of your liberties.
Yes.
And the secondary reason to have guns is for some bad guys who want to come steal your stuff.
Yeah.
So I've myself been kind of dragged into a better understanding of the true logic of the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
Well, the constitutionalists say that we have a Second Amendment to protect the First Amendment.
Yes.
That's a beautiful way to put it. Absolutely.
Well
Right?
said. Yeah.
So you see